here we are.
Yes.
The teaser trailer of the new pod.
You stole my word.
We don't even know what the name of it is yet, but if you're listening to this, then you know because we've posted it.
Yeah. Things are milling around.
Yeah.
It'll get decided pretty quick.
We're pretty close to what we want.
This podcast may not have a name yet, but guess what? You have a name. What is it?
My name's Justin, and
my name is Tiffany.
Thank you for joining us on this intro episode. If you're coming from our YouTube channel, then welcome.
Yes.
So this podcast has been almost a year in the making. We just finally got around to getting everything set up and all that. So,
yes.
What else do you have to say?
Well, I was thinking about something else, but
like
I should have
food?
been listening to you. I just had a few pieces of popcorn that were pretty tasty, and now I want more.
Yeah, that's always the problem with any snack is...
Especially the salty ones.
Yeah. So we want to tell you a little bit about us if you don't know us and just get you acquainted with what our podcast is going to be all about and a few disclaimers and all that. So where do we start?
Well, first, we are going to have a video version, right? Because this will go straight to our
I think it'll be definitely on YouTube as a video version, and then also I think Spotify too does a video version. So, So
fancy.
if you're finding us on the podcast and you want to watch the video version, it's nothing fancy, but you can see us sitting on the couch and talking, and that's kind of where this.
Oh yeah,
That's where this podcast.
segue.
Yeah, this podcast all started with us just what we do all the time, which is just sit around and have conversations on the couch about life and exiting the church that we grew up in and all of those kind of things. So we thought, why not just sit around and talk about it on a podcast? Somebody might want to listen.
Maybe we'll find out real quick.
So, I mean, maybe you just want something to get you motivated to run or go to sleep at night. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what else do we want to talk about on this intro episode?
Well, why don't we just give a little bit of what our motive or intentions are for the podcast and why we kind of wanted to start it, I guess.
Well, yeah, I think the biggest thing is, when you come out of a high control group, whether that be, any kind of spectrum of the church, I think that you feel very lonely, isolated. Even if you're still in, you can feel that way at times. And so I know that was very important for me as I was exiting in my journey through getting out and having people that have been through it that you can relate to and hear their stories. And we have a unique story because we're husband and wife. And I left before you did out of the church group that we were part of.
The organization.
Yeah. Are we gonna mention the church organization that we were in?
I think we should. Absolutely.
Okay. So it was the United Pentecostal Church.
International. They add that little I on the end, but.
Well, they are international, but and so you were born into it. I got into it at a very young age, and we spent nearly 30-ish years in it, right?
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, it would be right around 30.
Well, for me, maybe a little bit longer.
That's
for you.
True. For me, it was longer.
Yeah. And so the podcast is going to be all sorts of just a mishmash of stories and
rabbit trails and
just
our memories and our experiences.
Yeah, the good, bad, and the ugly, as they say.
Yes. So here's another disclaimer.
What's that?
I tend to cry sometimes, so there might be some tears. There might be some anger.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
we are emotional beings.
Yeah.
And that's one thing the church loves to do is use emotion to manipulate.
Absolutely. So we're going to call that out for sure.
So we'll talk all about that.
But I did want to say that we're not going to do a ton of editing. So.
We want it to be as raw. So as we, maybe not as raw as we would be, just you and I.
Sure.
But we do, we'll talk about again the good, bad, and the ugly of leaving the UPC and our journey so far. And again, our heart is to encourage and, strengthen someone in their faith, because we're still Christ believers.
Absolutely. We didn't exit. I guess we need to make it clear that we didn't exit the church, right?
Right. Not the church, but
a church organization.
Right. So, there are rumors going around that we are not serving God anymore, and that's not true.
We're assuming that we're not, right?
Yeah.
Because
so you'll want to stay tuned for the first episode, because we'll kind of talk about, I think we'll start kind of with our exit and talk about that.
Yeah, that'll be good. Let's see, what else did we want to say?
We're getting around the 6-minute mark, so.
Oh, I meant to start a timer, but you have one over there. Fancy.
Yep.
Yeah, we should probably call it good then.
Did we get all the things?
All of our notes?
I'll just add too, just because we've gotten several thousand views on our YouTube videos that we posted
about leaving.
We posted one just as an update video, and then we talked a bit about just the things that we started questioning before and after leaving.
Yes.
And so we still plan to do some more videos, just YouTube direct videos where we get a little bit more into doctrine, and we'll touch on that in this podcast, but this is going to be more stories. And so I was just going to say, we've gotten several comments, under our videos, just, calling us out that we don't know what we're talking about, and we're just giving our opinion. And our podcast will be a little bit more of just our story and talking about that, but we'll talk scripture too, and give some examples, but it won't be as deep of a dive probably into theology and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah. Hopefully that will make those people happier, because they seem to not be happy that we were discussing
we can't make everybody happy, and if you don't like what we're talking about, there's a million other
off button, right?
Well, yeah, and there's a million other podcasts. So anyways, we hope to have a lot of fun on our podcast, and
absolutely,
and so you'll cry, I'll laugh, and we'll have a great time. So anyways, we hope that you'll join us. We plan on dropping some episodes very, very soon. So subscribe, share, and let people know if they have been part of something like the UPC or a high control fundamental church organization, and they are either trying to get out or have gotten out.
Or in the middle of getting out. I mean, it's all part of the journey. So
anyways, that we went longer than we probably wanted to just for this teaser episode, but
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So
it's just proof of what we kind of do.
So we haven't decided how long they're going to be, but
here's the teaser though, folks.
There we go. So we hope to see you soon
Thanks
on the other side.
Us.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.